So it is still July, in fact, July 25th. Weeks and weeks of hot weather. In the vegetable department, some things are continued from last year, like the chili and hot pepper farm. These ones are already fully mature. The other ones are just coming along. I forget what they are. One of them I remember. These are like the Thai little peppers that grow upside down.
Oh yeah.
But so that's the same as last year.
Okay.
Another thing is the same is little tomatoes. So this year we have 4 sort of kitchen tomato plants instead of 3. This is a sort of a standard cherry tomato, but when these start coming in, won't these be nice, huh? Look at that. Hopefully that'll be soon, because I'm ready for them. And then these are a yellow cherry tomato. A little hard to see them, and the plant is kind of runty, but it'll be similar. They're sort of yellow gold.
Yep.
This is a grape tomato. They're coming along. I think we've had one from there. Oops. And then this is I think this one's a sort of a yellow grape tomato. There's a couple back there. Need another day or so. That's the tomatoes. So this is all new. The shingling is new. The cabin is renovated. The outdoor shower is new. That's been replaced. The decking is new. And also what's new is 4 garden beds here. I'm trying to do a crop rotation to help control diseases and pests. In this first bed, the southeast bed, what's left is carrots and some golden beets. I've harvested all the other carrots and beets, and we'll do successional new crops starting next week. Show you what they look like. We have a bunch of leeks. These are actually coming along. I've never grown leeks before. And this is the pole beans, which for maybe 2.5 weeks have been completely out of control. 2 days ago I went and took off every mature bean I could find, and this is what we're getting into now. So next year I'll probably do 2 separate teepees. Have a bean. This bed here is really cantaloupes, but I wanted to have one regular sized tomato, so I put that in here. Maybe you can see some are coming along.
Yeah.
And we also had early crops of carrots and beets. These are some early bush beans, which are purple and have beautiful purple blossoms, but they'll be gone maybe in a week or so, and then I'll take them out and the cantaloupe can come in, although as you can see the cantaloupe is making itself at home anyway. Yeah, this is all cantaloupe, which is in the same family as the squash.
Okay.
But they had really overrun the end of the beets that were here.
Okay.
Lots of blossoms. They're escaping from wherever. This bed, which is the northwest bed, is our 3 sisters, meaning the traditional Native American corn, squash, and beans. Oh, here you can see some of these purple beans. So I did successional planting here every 2 weeks, so these are still coming up and there's some blossoms at the end. Well, we actually have some corn for the corn plants that were knocked down in a storm. And in the back, the traditional thing is you sort of grow beans and they provide nitrogen for the corn and they grow up the corn stalks. But modern pole beans are so vigorous that they strangle the corn stalks. So I'm trying to put them up on poles. Something totally surprised me a few minutes ago while I was picking beans. As I looked in, and we actually have a white summer squash ready to go. So we're going to have that for supper tonight. This is a red maple that wasn't doing well, but I'm trying to resurrect it and give it drinks more often. I'm going to put in one more bed, another 4x10 bed here later this summer. The final bed, ooh, a monarch butterfly. Huh? The final bed was going to be our greens. So we have two kinds of kale which have been tremendously productive. Earlier in the season we had mustard, that was great, and now we have Swiss chard, radicchio. I'm going to plant some fall kale in here later in the summer. And these have been doing pretty well. Here we are in the jungle of the kales, making kale soup and sauteed greens and salad greens when they were younger. Just a quick look over here. We've already harvested 2 rows of beets and a row of carrots. And probably tomorrow I'll take out this beet here. These are some interesting, these are called golden beets. They're a very mild flavor with a beautiful golden color. The greens are delicious. And rows of carrots. This is the main leek crop. And here's a follow-on crop of some beets coming in. So that's all for now. I put in delicata winter squash here, but I believe they're suffering from bacterial wilt, and I have cut out most of the plants. Next week I'm going to probably have to take them all out and just let it rest. This is a rain gauge which has been empty week after week after week. We just haven't had any rain. So I cobbled together a soaker hose kind of system to put on a timer, but I found it doesn't really spread wide enough, so it'll be what it is. That's the report from Veggie Land.